Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Business with a Life. My name is Tanvir Rahman and I will be sharing online business strategies and how you can grow your business online. Alright. And today is episode number 92. Alright. So in this episode I will be talking about why we fail in life, alright, and like in life and business, alright. But before we dive into our content, like if you're new to my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe because we're really close to 270 subs, alright. And if you're joining from YouTube, uh, yes, you're from YouTube, and also if you're joining me from Instagram, you can subscribe me on my YouTube channel and listen to me there because I'm sharing my screen and you'll be able to hear my voice a little bit better. All right. Also, let me remind you about the warning is going to be like the dogs because there are lots of dogs out there like they're fighting one another. I don't know what's happening out there, but that's it. All right, but let's get into the video. All right. So, I was watching like Tony Robbins, and he was talking in the Knowledge Broker Blueprint, and he was talking about the reason most of us and why we fail in life, right? And also like he was talking about the excuses we come up with all the time, right? Like I don't have that much time, like I don't have resource, like I don't have that knowledge. Like we always come up with something, some excuses, right? This never happened, this never happened, this is not going right, this is like cheating, so something like that, right? He said none of the things, like the real reason is most of us fail because yeah, those come into play like when we like miss out the main the real reason, right? And the real reason is like fear, because like what he's trying to say, like we don't take the risk, like we fear, all right, like what is gonna happen, like if I do this, like what's gonna happen, like if I don't win, like what is gonna happen, like if look, like we most of the time like we analyze about our fear, right? What's going to be wrong and what cannot be done, right? But we have to understand, like every time, like for me myself, like every time I fail, like sometimes I say yeah, that's good, like I just have to move on, because if I'm not moving on, if I'm just grabbing the things what I am right now, I cannot be the next Tanvir, what I'm looking for, right? I cannot be the next multi-millionaire or the millionaire, right? So I just have to let go, right? But what's falling in our category, like it's always the fear, right? We all have to take risks, like that's why like Tony Robbins was talking about the fear and why they do certain trainings before his live event, right? But some of you might say, "Oh, like I don't fear anything. Like I don't have any fear." Blah blah blah. But end of the day, like if we are not producing result, in sometimes, like yes, we fear something. We fear changes, right? Like Tony was talking about, all right, like before he all because he worked with like thousands of people, right? So he was talking about like few people out there, they will jump out of the plane with a parachute, obviously, and they don't fear, but you you just stand them, like you give them 20 people to talk and give a presentation, they will be stuck, right? So we all have our like downside, like we don't understand what is holding us back, and like why we fear, right? So we all have to just take the risk and move forward, right? This is what I have done, like when I started this YouTube and like Instagram live, because I never knew like I would be much better in English, right? But right now I'm doing every single day and I'm progressing every single day, right? And also like I remember like when I was watching from Myron Golden, and he's really amazing, and this guy in another level, right? So when he was explaining in terms of like animals, he was saying like what is the percentage of bird like eagle learn to fly? Obviously 100%, right? What is the percentage of like lion learn to like hunt his prey, or the prey, right? Like for all the animals, like why they learn? Because they don't have any choice, right? Until they perfect it, right? Or until they die, right? But for us, for human, like we have choice, right? And what we do, like when we see that all right, we are going to hit the certain level and we are going to have a change, what we do, we fear, right? We hold back. Oh, I'm not doing this, right? And then what happened? We just grab onto this the thing like we have been doing, and we climb back like in our personal zone, like the one is called like comfort zone, right? We climb back in our comfort zone and we say like, no, I don't have time, like I don't have resource, I don't have this, I don't have that, right? So it's all about the risk, like the risk and the fear, like we most most think of, and most of the time think of, and for me, like it's the same, right? Sometimes I do things that is not important and I fear most of the time, not most of them, like sometimes that I shouldn't have done this, but anyway. So this is what the lesson for me and for you, like from Tony Robbins and from Knowledge Broker Blueprint, that he was talking about the fear and why we should overcome fear, right? So and this is how he said, like feed your mind, like read books every single day. For mindset, like we need to read, like he said that we just need to move and grow there, and that's gonna be helping us, right? Because if we not read our mind, like feed our mind and read books, like this is not gonna happen. Like but we can, but for nowadays, like we can listen to audiobooks, right? Because I was listening to audiobooks like the Grant Cardone 10x rules, and yeah, it was really amazing. And the thing is, like he's not talking about reading like some bullshit, right? Like some storybooks and some fairy tale, but he's talking about some actual tactics and the books that we learn, uh, the books that I can learn and we can learn from, right? So so these are the steps, like Tony Robbins is talking about the fear and how we can overcome, like read, practice, and we develop a routine, and this is how we can do the job and take risk, right? So guys, that's it for today's video. I know this is a short video, but I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And one more thing before I sign off, like if you're fighting your fear and you started your online business and starting new, or like you have existing business but you are not having that much success, you can always have my 5-step guide to get your ideal client PDF for free, all right? Which is free for you because you stayed long. You have all you have to do is just type yes in the comment if you're joining me from Instagram, and if you are joining me from YouTube, you can do the same, and I will send it out to you when I see your comment. And also let me know if you have any questions about Knowledge Broker Blueprint or Tony Robbins, and I will reply to you, or maybe I'll do a live video. All right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed it, and don't forget to sign up tomorrow because we do live every single day. Till then, bye bye.